You just launched your new platform here, the 4Paradigm Sage, a 5.0 version, might add there. But can you tell us a bit more? I mean, it's been about 2 or 3 months so far. What's the reception like in terms of your corporate clients and users now?
Yeah, actually, you have just mentioned the Sage AIOS. It's not a model. We all talk about the large language model. Sage AIOS is not a model. It's a platform to develop different kind of models in different industries. Because, China and the U.S. are different. In U.S., we have a lot of language data. So in U.S., we can develop a very good large language model. But in China, we have a lot of industry data. Let me give you an example. One of our clients, top Chinese hospital, they have 1 million volunteers. Give them data in the last 20 years. So they collect a lot of data from their patient. Based on the vertical data, we can develop very good vertical industry models. So why we develop the Sage AIOS? Because we see a lot of large data corpus, the vertical large data corpus in China. So in China, our opportunity is to utilize the large data corpus in vertical industry to build up the world's best vertical models.
And how many clients do you guys have at the moment?
Actually, we have more than 130 large clients. We call it lighthouse users.
Okay.
The lighthouse users are Fortune 500 and listed companies.
And it's interesting because you highlighted what the company does. You provide solutions to businesses and the like. But then again, you're on this U.S. entity list. Right. Can you tell us what you've done since then? And is there anything that you can do moving forward?
Actually, as a listed company, we have a very strict internal policy to make us to obey all the rules, all the laws in different countries. So I think we are just working hard to make people living better, make the companies work better. I don't know what we have done affect the entity list, but I think we are a listed company to obey all the rules.
Right. Has being put on the list affected the way you do business in any material way?
Our main customers are the commercial customers, just like the banks.
Right.
The biggest 20 banks in China are our clients, and for example, the retail companies just like KFC, Starbucks, and Burger King. We don't have so many government customers, so we are just working very hard to let people have cheaper chicken wings and make people can have better conditions in hospitals, and make the people can have cheaper and continuous supply of electricity. Well, I think all we want to do is to working very hard to improve our customers' business, so that they can improve. They can give better service to the customers.
Right.
Actually, our slogan is AI for everyone. We just want to do better AI to make the people living better.
We always joke, AI, right? Love AI.
Yeah.
For example, you mentioned that so most of your customers are in the private sector, private clients, for example, and you mentioned maybe some might be government-linked, I'm not sure. Do you think the political reality of being put on an entity list, for example, has made, maybe not specifically your company, but has made players in your industry rethink doing business with government-linked companies because you run the risk of maybe unfairly being put on lists like this, for example?
Yeah, actually, for me for 4Paradigm, I think we are not get so many affected because we are mainly a software company. You know, in before there's several great software companies just like Oracle, SAP, Salesforce, and Palantir, and the software company. Their goal is to apply the latest, advanced technology to their customers. And for us, our mission is that when AI comes, we should apply AI technology to let our customers' business become better.
Obviously, it goes to show, though, that there are still a lot of obstacles geopolitically. I mean, you're not the only AI player out there that is facing these trade tensions, or at least geopolitical tensions with the U.S., chip curbs, the like. In some ways, how do you see the AI development in China evolving then, given that there is this no access to high advanced chips from the U.S.? Can China really domestically catch up, or do you think that gap is just going to widen with the U.S.?
Yeah, I think basically it's not a competition. It's not we want to develop a large language model, and we see China and the U.S. who can be better, because China and the U.S. are different. In U.S., I think I just said there's a lot of English language data. So based on the large English language data, we can develop better language model. But in China, we have maybe in a lot of different industries, just like manufacturing and hospital and bank. We have the largest bank. We can develop the best vertical models, vertical large language, large industry model. That's why our main business is to provide the platform to help different industry to develop different vertical models. That's what China want to do, and you may see that China provide a slogan called AI Plus. That's AI plus different scenario, AI plus different industry. That's what China want to do, and if you working in China, you should make use the China's benefit to do the best work.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of questions, but I'm just looking at your financials. The analysts expect that your company has revenues or tops revenues of 5 billion renminbi this year, full year. Do you think you'll top 5 billion?
Yeah, I think we want to do the best to meet or overcome their forecast.
Okay. Are you confident you will?
Yeah, I'm very confident.